Huse, thank you for being here tonight. He's a writer. He's an award-winning actor. He is an all-around incredible guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Huse Madhavji.
Thank you so much, Stuart, and thank you for having me back this year to celebrate 10 years of the Top 10 event. It's an eye-opening event and supporting underserved youth in Toronto. I'm so proud to be a part of this program, so thank you. And it's also nice to wear something other than a hoodie. Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, 2020. Yay! Just hear me out. Look, 2020 has been chaotic, uncertain, and definitely unsettling. And as difficult as it has been, there can be beauty in all of it. I'm not talking about the sourdough bread you made or the sweater you just learned how to knit or even this event. No. Tonight, I want to challenge you all to think about how having uncertainty in your life, a sprinkle of chaos, is a good thing. I'm an actor and a writer, but I used to be a broadcaster, specifically an entertainment host on a channel called Star, which is now eCanada, and covering red carpet events and interviewing celebrities and even sounding like this. Tonight, an exclusive. Yeah, I even did that. That's the walk and talk where you start in one location and end in another for no reason. And fun fact, that curve in the walk, that is called a banana. So now someone asks you what a banana walk is, now you know. Would you believe that back then, a little over 10 years ago, I got paid a nice six-figure salary to do things like fly to New York, sit down with Beyonce for half an hour, and then again when she visited Toronto. I mean, Beyonce and I were like this. She remembers me. I think she remembers me. I hope she remembers me. Probably not. Forget about those details. I covered Obama's presidential win in Chicago in 2008. And for you Canadian music fans out there, I jumped on a cruise to Turks and Caicos. I got bare naked with the bare naked ladies and all their fans. It was awkward. It was my life. It was awesome. And then it ended. The financial crisis in 2008 shut down my channel and the steady, awesome job I had. I was married for 10 and a half months. Months! 3 of them were solid though, but all of it ended. Look, that whole time was really hard. Since then, my life has been completely uncertain. It's been chaotic, it's been scary, and somehow incredible. Having a steady job, a steady life, it's possible, but I would argue nothing is guaranteed. No one saw 2020 coming the way that it did, just like 2008 surprised a few of us. But this year, the lives lost is so tragic and sad. The economic crisis with businesses and careers coming to an end is humbling. It is scary. We're living in uncertain times. And this is what I want to talk about. We've always lived in uncertain times, and it's only ever certain when we can look back and think, yeah, that was a good run. But in the moment, who knows? So if the idea of having something steady is just that, an idea, why not embrace what's already there? Uncertainty. Just get comfortable with chaos. Not a lot, but just enough to keep you on your toes. I'll share a couple stories of my journey living in a pretty uncertain environment, the wins, some of the struggles I still face, and hopefully give you some insight on why living on shaky ground might be exactly what you need right now. I have always wanted to act, perform, and entertain. That's all I know. Broadcasting, and I do think it's an incredible profession, especially journalism, vital for any decent democracy, was for me a safe bet. Acting, performing, that was way too uncertain, too crazy of a job to even consider. So broadcasting it was, something steady. Even though it's really unsteady. It would be a lie to say that I courageously left my broadcasting career to do what I love, which is to perform. In fact, the truth is, it left me. 2008, as many of you might be aware, was very challenging for a lot of people and industries. But I was promised by an executive producer, the man in charge, that there would be a space for me at his channel. I just needed, time to let the dust settle. So I did what any other average person would do. I packed my bags and took off to northern India, backpacking in minus 20-degree weather looking for snow leopards. And we found footprints. I know what you're thinking. Of course I took photos. Honestly, I took photos of footprints. I have them. I don't know why. I followed that up with a 10-day silent meditation. I came back to Canada, ready to work, only to find out that this promised job was not a promise at all. In fact, the producer stopped returning my calls. I even got the guy pocket squares with his initials embroidered on them. I think I still have those too. I had nothing else going on. And then I thought, okay, look, my world is shut down. I had a great, fun job, but it didn't matter because it didn't exist for me anymore. And so I went for it. I did what I've always wanted to do, and that's to act. And it was not easy. It was not a lateral move at all. I went from having my own national entertainment show that was shared in I think 60 or 70 countries around the world to auditioning for a student film. I didn't have much experience. I did a play while I was hosting and a pilot, which was awesome, but that's about it. Plus it was more of a pastime than anything else. And I needed more experience, and what I did next was humbling. I remember going to this kid's house and him thinking that I was doing a story on their short film. And then when he understood that I was there to audition, he felt so bad. He was like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the lead role I gave to my friend. I'm like, that's okay, man. I just want in. So I auditioned for the boyfriend role. And to his credit, he even tailored the role for me. Older boyfriend. Yeah, it was humbling. But there's reward in that. That forced bit of chaos in my life, having it all turned upside down, worked out to be a good thing. I believe there's something about taking a step forward towards something uncertain. It's a leap of faith. When something is uncertain, it just means we don't know, we can't see, it's dark. When you take a conscious step forward without any light, that part where you can't see what's in front of you, I don't know what you call it. God, Allah, Dieu, the universe, Alanis Morissette. That's a reference from the movie Dogma. But when I did that, I started auditioning more, and then I landed my first television series, Call Me Fitz, on HBO Canada, and wow, I loved it. But there was a problem. Fitz only shot for 3 months. The other 9 months of the year, I was barely getting by, hosting bridal wedding shows and magazine launches, and I am so grateful that they were there for me during that time, honestly. Plus, I learned a lot about saris and henna. I challenge anybody to quiz me. I'm very good. And then I got a call. The executive producer, the guy who I got the pocket squares for, calls. This is his number. But it wasn't him. He was also a victim of a job loss. No, this executive producer, she called to give me a job, hosting a popular morning show in Toronto. The offer? Get paid really well, be a celebrated personality in my city, probably score free Raptors tickets, and no more uncertainty. The trade-off? Say goodbye to Call Me Fitz. And I loved Call Me Fitz, but it didn't pay well. It was only for 3 months, plus it was a smaller character, and who knows if I'll even be invited back for season 2. I paused, I thought about it, and I said, thank you, but no. I took another step in the dark. Here's a pro tip. Those steps towards the dark get easier and more fruitful. From that moment, my role on Fitz got bigger. We went for 4 seasons. While I was doing that, I landed another series, Combat Hospital. While I was doing that, I landed Saving Hope. I did that for 5 seasons, and then I kept going. I took another step. I moved to Los Angeles. Decided, okay, I want to go back to basics and train. I remembered auditioning for that student film, and I thought, okay, if I can do that, I can do this. I got my hands on any class I could get. Improv, voice, scene study, writing, boxing, breathing. An entire class on breathing. Oh, and walking like an animal. This is my giraffe. It's a work in progress. Come on, it's part of the process. I was taking classes with people half my age, just starting out, but it didn't matter because things just got better. I did another series, Utopia Falls, created by one of my best friends, and all of that training set me up for a whole world of animation. I'm doing a Disney cartoon right now. And I was doing theater before the pandemic on stages in the country I've only ever admired. But it's never comfortable. And that's the most certain thing. The constant, steady flow of uncertainty. Yeah, I know how it sounds. Pretty good? Maybe? I don't know. But for me, there was a price to pay, and that was a cost to my personal life. I haven't really created the greatest environment for a potential partner to feel, secure. Hey babe, come hang with me while I take off to LA for I don't know how long, and when you visit, I might take off or I might not even be there. Sound like a plan, huh? Babe? Hello, you there? No? Okay, yeah. All right, so I had some failed relationships. Look, they lasted longer than 10 and a half months, all right? So that's something. I know, I'm still searching for the balance that works for me. And maybe hearing how unsteady and uncertain my life has been might be, okay, it might be too much for you. I'm not saying do what I did, especially if you have commitments and a full life already. No, what I am saying is take 10% of my approach. What is it you love to do? You have to do that. And if you can't get paid doing that, that's okay. Make your money, pay your bills. But don't ignore what you love. Why get stuck into a routine, an endless pattern that is expected and mapped for years when in reality, it could be all taken away? What can you do in your life right now that'll just shake things up a bit, where you can lean into chaos, where you can live there, just on the edge? Come on, force yourself to be a little uncomfortable. Challenge yourself to take a step in the dark. I don't know, maybe it's signing up for a new class. Maybe that sourdough bread you made, huh? Could be a new business. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's picking up the phone and saying something unexpected to someone you love. Look, I don't think you'll regret taking this step, but you could regret just standing still. It is scary. I guess that is the life of an actor. There, you always want to know what it's like to be an actor? Here it is. But that is the juice right there. And maybe you're taking chances every day, maybe it's once a year. Doesn't matter. If you don't take a step towards the unknown, maybe nothing will happen. Or maybe some unforeseen circumstance will push you forward and you'll have no choice. This is how I think you take control of 2020. Before it ends, the year ends in less than 2 weeks. So just take that one step forward towards chaos, a little chaos, and reap the rewards of the steady flow of uncertainty. Thank you so much. And Stuart, congratulations, brother, on 10 years. Be safe, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday. Thank you.
Huse Madhavji, you are such a gem. You are such a great guy. You have just delivered such a great presentation. Thank you for that. And I couldn't agree more with what you're saying. One of the things that you made me think of is something I say in many of my corporate presentations, where I'll say, when people say, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, and they always think that they have to know the entire plan. And I've never known the entire plan. I don't think anybody who does anything interesting ever knows the entire plan. And I always just say, look, start anywhere, because anywhere is a place, and anywhere will lead you everywhere. So let's just keep that in mind, folks. Huse, what a great presentation. Be in the chaos. We need as much chaos as we need certainty in our lives, and we can't always have just one over the other.